Hey guys, it's Ben from Idiots Play Games, and with me today I've got Sean.
Hey guys.
So Sean today, he's playing Trunks. It's a deck that everyone kind of has wanted to see in the meta recently, but it just hasn't seen that extra power. Going against Freezer, it's okay. What are your thoughts on Trunks currently?
I like it. It's really fun. Like, in all honesty, I've been trying a lot of decks. I think it's really fun. It's also very new user friendly. Trunks himself, I think, is a very underrated leader. I mean, he just sits there and says draw cards, which is pretty great for the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It's scary awakening the leader because it just draws so hard. Because most games, like let's say if you're in a grind game, you won't have a lot of cards in your hand, and with that leader, it just says draw. Especially with these kind of engines these days that run like unwielding Trunks, it just goes ham. So looks like Sean's just played Energy for turn and passed, while me on the left, I'm playing Goku Black. I played Gawasu first turn, and then just searched another Gawasu off that. So we're now on to Sean's second turn.
Yeah. Sadly, the build I'm playing is more aggressively. You sort of want to see yourself going second. My opening in this isn't the greatest, but it gets there.
Yeah.
I get my Mighty Mask out. This is actually a great card. Everyone sees it and they're like, what's going on? But no one understands how powerful this card is.
So what does it do?
So it's a 10k beater first off, and once you play it, you can obviously you swing with it first and you pop it. So you tap it, it pops itself. It searches for Trunks Youth and a Gotenks.
So why do you play the Youth, of course? I think I explained it earlier, but...
Oh, well, Unyielding Spirit Trunks is the nuttiest card. It's a free 5k, and it's just untapping your mana during your turn. I'm only playing 2 targets for Gotenks in this. The good thing about Mighty Mask is Gotenks is mainly just mana. But the thing that makes it amazing is you don't need both targets. You can search just the one, which you're playing. Well, I'm playing 4 copies of Unyielding Trunks, so I always have at least one target in there.
Yep. So what Sean just did just then, I think he swung with leader. He got the draw off Trunks just by using the unwielding to untap one. I'm guessing he untapped one so he could maybe combo out something. But I guess we'll just have to see. So here, for my second turn, I just play Gawasu for turn. I like Gawasu in this deck. I play a very god-heavy deck. I'm only playing mono blue. I just feel like it's the more superior build right now, especially with Freezer being a thing. You're cold bloodlusting pretty much targets that don't really need to be cold bloodlusted. So I search out the Whist's Resting Attendant, because, on the turn 3, you use Goku Black ability, drop a card from life into your mana, and then you can just play it for that turn, and then at the end of the turn, end with 4 energy. So here we are on Sean's third turn. We haven't really swung into each other that much. I haven't swung into him at all. I kind of play a more passive build, where I don't really want to awaken him early. I'm still testing the deck right now. I think that's what you're meant to do with this deck. Maybe I should have swung a little bit earlier. So here's the combo card when you bring it out. What's it called? Raging?
A Raging Spirit Sun Gohan. This card is really nutty right now because 15k is just so good. You get to play it for 1 mana, and really I combo with Unyielding Trunks. So really I play a 15 beater for free, and I get to draw a card off it because both cards are combo 2 or higher, and that's all I need. So I get to draw a card and play a 15 for free, which is honestly just amazing.
So here we are just on my third turn. As I was saying before, what I was going to do, play the Resting Attendant, and then plays that. So here I hit Piccolo. That's probably one of the worst things to hit in blue decks, because blue decks are very reliant on those for late game. I can tell you it hurt a lot at that point to see at least 1 in there. And especially with Sean having open 2 mana, it's kind of, I don't really want to swing, but if I have to swing, I think I have to into that Gohan at least. I am playing Jaco to kind of counter those. As you can see in my hand, I think I just didn't have that in hand at the time.
At this point in the game, I just don't mind letting the Raging Spirit Son Gohan die. Like, he's gonna have to invest cards on his board and from his hand, and this point in my game, my opener was honestly really horrible, and it just wasn't worth wasting the card. So just making him fall behind even more just made it even better, considering I played that card for free anyway.
Especially that, you know, I'm not really awakening you.
Yeah, like, it's really hard when people, like, at least people poke at your life, but I'm still at 8 here. It is so hard to, like, get some hand advantage going on here.
So here we are with Sean with the Furthering Destruction with Trunks. Gets that 1 draw off it.
The things you want to see turn 1.
The Unwielding Trunks to untap 1. And I think I'm just reading to see if it untaps on cue, which it does. So as soon as you play it, untaps.
The thing people don't understand is Unyielding also untaps any color mana.
Yes, but you have to be blue. Yeah, your leader just has to be blue.
It's like your leader has to be blue, but it's like you can untap anything. Like any color mana it untaps, which makes it like that much like more versatile.
And there I've just used a Gawasu to save myself, I think.
Well, as you saw there as well, Jaco. Like, Jaco is an amazing defensive card. That card is just basically a free 15k used defensively.
Yes.
It's so nutty right now.
And I just added back the Further Destruction. I will have to deal with it later on down the track. I just felt like I didn't want to awaken myself at that point in time. So here we are onto my 4th turn. 4th turn or 3rd turn? 3rd turn. Yeah, because I played the Whis. No, it would be 4th turn, sorry. Yeah, placing mana now.
Because I didn't place mana last turn before last.
I only played 2 of the Goku Blacks. I feel like you don't need them in most games. Most games, if you're versing aggro, you just chuck them straight into mana. It just hurts to play those sometimes. Awakening yourself too early will punish you a lot.
The good thing about the Joyful Goku Black promo is you can hit yourself down to 2 life when you want to, which means you get to resolve Goku Black's flip side effect of being able to do 20k in double strike during your turn, which is really deadly to deal with. Like, people forget it has that ability. People look at Goku Black and just think, oh no, that's just going to ramp the mana, so what?
Yeah.
A lot of people forget, like, on their turn, that's 20k in double strike. Late game, that is so deadly when everyone just forgets about leaders.
Yep. Especially like Vegeta these days. But like with Trunks, we're both playing 2 very heavy leaders in the late game. So here we are, you're playing the promo Gohan?
Yeah, the ability to unleash Ultimate Gohan. This card is so good. If it gets negated, you can choose, like when it attacks, you can choose to either give a double strike or draw a card. If they negate, like Ben just did, you can just draw the card anyway because autos go off after.
Yep.
It's also a 5k combo for 0, so in this deck, if you've already got one in board or you just can't play it, you just combo with it and that card still says draw.
Yep. I completely agree with that.
At this point, I was thinking I could go Furthering Destruction, put a lot of pressure on him, but then I'll be tapped out and I have no idea what to expect. I don't really have great cards at this point. I don't want to be putting things like Furthering Destruction in my mana, and with Ben just getting like the mana advantage on me, I'm getting pretty nervous at this point.
Yeah, like, that's just the thing about Goku Black right now. He doesn't want to push games if you're not playing the Bubbly build. Because he can't deal with a lot of pressure. Most of the stuff is like 10 drops. And you want to get your cards on the field. Like you Zamasu the Invincibles. You want to get your 2-drop Goku Blacks on the board as soon as you can. Because late game, it just hurts. So here we go. I've went with the Joyful Strike Goku Black Rose. I believe I did this at the right time. We'll just have to see. So... And as you can see here, I've used the ability this turn to get another Piccolo from my life into the energy, which I didn't feel too happy about. That sucks when that happens. So I've got 2 there right now. I think here I need to get those extra blockers in. With that freezer deck being a huge deck right now, you play the with the Sacred Guard. It just stops those pesky attacks, especially with Jaco as well, because you just add those 10Ks back to hand. The only thing about Jaco, there's a ruling with him. You have to actually add a card back to hand if they've comboed. So if your opponent puts their 10 pump down, which draws one if they're 4 or less, you have to add that back to hand.
Alright. We're getting more into the combo here. I'm seeing it's not worth kind of like negating an attack if he's going for my monster. Right now, that's not going to do much against that whole board. I just got to figure out how to get myself out of here. It's like very, very frustrating when I'm still on 7 life and I haven't seen a card all game, so I can't self-awake myself, and I'm just like looking for an out. I believe I drew Beerus for turn, yeah. So this is like my cry for help here. I'm just like, alright, here we go. I got my Beerus out. We're gonna do some damage. He's actually in double strike range, so he's actually in a odd position. Joyful is so good to get him like where he needs to be, but this is where a lot of Goku Black players fail, where they're like, okay, I'm at 2 life. I need to like overinvest into everything. He does have the coercion, so it's pretty good. He chooses to block my leader, which is actually a really smart play. He knows I've got a furthering destruction in hand. In all honesty, my hand isn't great, and I sort of really want to get rid of this Whis.
Like comboing into the Whis, like you're probably just comboing cards just to be Jaco back.
I've also only got 1 mana untapped. I need to save it for defensive, especially against this board. I'm falling behind here, I feel. If like I've got a Beerus on board and I need to like put up as much pressure as I can right now.
At this point, I think I'm out of Goku Black targets. I think I've only got 1 2-drop left in deck. So pushing for game right now is actually really hard for me. With the 8-drop Goku Black, the Unstoppable Despair Goku Black Rose, I can't use that ability to try and push with game, which is my win condition, if not the Infinite Force Zamasu. But I can only get that Zamasu on the field if I'm on turn 10.
As we just see, Ben hits his 3rd Piccolo and a mana ramp. He is not looking good. This is going to make his late game really heavy for him. Not being able to drop those 10 pumps is going to be so stressful, especially since I have access to all of mine. I believe I've got a couple in hand at this point, but I'm just sitting there at 7 life like these are all dead, just hating myself.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to get the board control back.
It's like he has to put a lot into a Beerus, but in all honesty, I don't have a lot into my hand. It's like I see the furthering destruction. I've got a Piccolo that's dead, and it's like I still have my leader. I combo with a furthering destruction because at this point Beerus is still double strike and I need pressure. I believe I can bring this back, and I do play 4 of it, and I am playing the 1-drop Chomper to search it, so I can recover with another furthering destruction quite soon.
Yep.
It's just like, I still find it bad to combo with them defensively, but like you do what you have to do. And here I go again. So he's got the coercion again. It's just going to be one of those grind matches where I have to play through all the negates. I know that he is playing quite a few of them.
Yeah. I think I'm currently playing 4 Mafuba, 4 Whis Coercion. No Zeno button. Also not playing Objection in this deck. I do not like it in Goku Black. I feel as if you're negging too many cards from your hand, where you're just opening your hand advantage up too much, like lowering it down too much, when you can just use the ability and to just take the 1 life.
So I summon my second Gohan promo. I've tried to push game and he's got that blocker. I don't have enough to push in my hand, so I just take the free draw, and we'll see where we go from here. I'm just pretty much holding on for life at this point. Like, on one hand, I do have a lot of life to just play with, but it's just he's playing so passive. It's hard to deal with. Without my board, I'm a 10k leader, not doing much.
Yeah, well, right now I'm a 20k double strike.
Yeah.
Which sometimes can be really bad. Like, sometimes you just want to deal 1 damage to your opponent to kind of get him down a little bit lower. But, like, you know, having to swing with a double strike sometimes is the downside.
Though you still get the, like, he's still getting the draws, he's still keeping the advantage on me. It's like, at this point, I'm, like, just trying to see, like, what I can throw out. I'm seeing if he's, like, he's trying to suss out what's in my hand, see if I've got the furthering yet. And it's just, like, at this point, he's sort of just got more. See, he's just going to block. He's not going to take any chances. I'm fairly sure I combo into this.
I would.
Yeah. Well, it's like that block is getting really annoying. It was stopping my Beerus, it was stopping my Gohans. It's time to just get rid of it. Alright, so I finally hit my first Kaba. This has given me a bit of breathing room right now. I'm able to appeal for my life. It's only 1 for now, and at this late stage, Kaba isn't gonna like be there forever, but it's gonna get me that step closer to awakening, and that's when Trunks really takes off.
Yeah, especially like I'm in the range right now to be killed just by a double strike.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. It's like just for a 1-drop, it's actually getting me so far ahead in this game. He cannot leave it alive. It's just the biggest threat right now. It's big enough to kill him, and it's getting me closer. And like Trunks on the flip side has the same ability. So it's like me comboing with a Piccolo is literally me attacking for 25k and drawing 3 cards. It is just so deadly.
So I'm not sure if you've passed turns. No.
Yeah. So I've swung with Kaba, and then I just didn't want to overextend with like not a lot. At this point, I think we're just trying to like push out the game with sort of like one of us is just gonna win and one of us is just gonna lose.
It feels like a stalemate right now.
Yeah, it was just neck and neck. Ben's gone on the offensive now. He's gone enough to awaken me, and he's trying to finish me off. Now, I don't want to awaken during my opponent's turn right now to get an extra draw off, because I can combo with something 2 or higher during my turn.
And then you can
and
flip
I
over.
can draw a card, and I can flip over and do it again. Whilst pushing for game, he's going to have like a lot of responses for me. So at this point, that extra draw is going to get me a lot further.
Yeah.
I also get to draw 2 from Awakening, so I get to draw like 5 cards on my next turn. Ooh, he's got the second Beerus. It's going to be quite a lot of pressure. I'm not sure if I've got the negates here or not.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no negates. So now I don't think he's going to invest into a Beerus, especially when I'm at this far of life.
It was very good that he's got those Gohans down now. Those things just help him push so hard for game.
And it's sort of just like, right now at this point, I didn't want to overextend with him still having half a board, but I also want to save this so I can have more board presence to push next turn.
Yeah.
He's only got his 20k blocker. He can block 1 attack. And I've still got a leader. I'm fully untapped, and I've got a threat on board. If I hit my furthering destructions, I mean, he just doesn't have a chance.
Yeah. I think I have 5 untapped mana right now. My hand isn't too thick right now, so I am under a lot of pressure. If I could have played more pressure cards, I probably would have to try and push harder. Where I'm just trying to find those Goku Blacks right now, or that one Goku Black in my deck right now.
Yeah. He does play a lot of Mafubas in this deck. Sadly, you cannot Mafuba leader.
No.
Otherwise. Well, actually, I am playing Trunks, so in a way, I am Mafuba.
Yeah.
So I've done the Piccolo combo, so I've attacked and I've drawn 3.
And that Whisk finally dies. That just shows that power of that Whisk.
It is so nutty, and he just cannot afford to just invest into a blocker right now, especially if it's already blocked the 1 attack for the game.
Yeah.
I've got all my mana untapped. Like, if he can Mafuba this, but at the same time, all I need to do is drop a Kaba and pump it, and he'll lose.
Yeah.
I have the Furthering Destruction, which he didn't know about. This is so big right now. I've got such a big lead. This is him going down, and I'm fairly sure I just throw my absolute hand at it. I just get to like just keep drawing as well. This is like insane. I'm fairly sure I throw everything that isn't a
Yeah,
negate
I think
at
you
this.
should throw everything. And I don't think I can combo that.
Yeah, that's right. I negged enough cards out of my hand to hit 4. So if he did manage to combo this with the cards in his hand, I could have dropped Gohan and just swung into those the Whis attendants.
So yeah, that's it for the game. Yeah, I believe Goku Black still has a place in the current meta right now. Trunks decks are picking up. I've seen a few Big Getty Trunks builds out there. That really helps because with a late game, you have the early game and the late game with the deck.
Yeah, like I've been trying this Big Getty build out, and when my deck there was really slow, the Big Getty just speeds it up so much, and it's 15k, the 2 to combo. It's just free draws and free like board presence.
So yeah, leave a comment down below and subscribe.
Thanks for hitting us up. See you next time.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, alright, I need to, like, I can physically not do